Thank you, Steve. Well, as we continue our study through the book of Hebrews, we now enter into probably the most famous passage in its pages, and I would argue one of the most famous passages in the entire Bible. As I mentioned last week, the Heroes of the Faith chapter. Heroes of the Faith chapter. The author, as we looked at last week, just took the time to define that huge, gigantic concept of faith in those first three verses of chapter 11. And now he's going to give us, really with the rest of the chapter, examples of person after person who throughout time demonstrated that same kind of faith that he just defined. And a hero, of course, could be defined as basically somebody that we admire, somebody that we hold very highly, somebody that we revere. Maybe it's because of something that they achieved, some kind of achievement in their life, or maybe some quality that they possess that we hold really highly. But as is the case with all of the people mentioned in Hebrews chapter 11, I would say that each of us, if you've been in the Bible, if you've been a Christian for any length of time and read through the Scriptures, I would say that we hold each of them that are going to be mentioned here today very highly for each of them, of how they really, despite the fact that each one of them was frail and weak and just a plain old sinful human being, how these folks demonstrated their faith in God. Imperfectly, of course, but demonstrated their faith in God in a way that we can indeed follow, a way that we can indeed emulate. And really, that's the point of the remainder of chapter 11, to basically take a very good, strong look at each one of these regular human beings, to take a look at their